So, as I'm editing footage from my China trip and finally getting videos uploaded, I'm noticing that there's some gaps in explanation, uh, walking you through what we're doing. So, this video is a tour of the Forbidden City in Beijing, and then we also went to the Summer Palace. And there's an interesting little bit about a horse being punched in the face on TV and a really, I think we get more than we bargained for in the tour of the Forbidden City. So I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so then here is the main entrance of the Forbidden City in the past time. It's the South Gate. South Gate. In Chinese name is Wumen. Wumen Gate. But actually, it's not for women. Right. So the women, it's not allowed to go through with the main entrances from the South Gate. One exception, only the Empress. The day when the Emperor married with Empress, she can went through from this gate. Normally not. Only for the Emperor, for the successful candidates from the royal family examinations, for the higher military officials and officers. Right? It's really forbidden place. And we have the nickname. It is the Five Phoenix Gate. Five Phoenix Gate. Now you can see surroundings. That tower is a bell tower. Here is drum. A bell and a drum tower. Come the five towers. The shape of this square is pretty like the tail of the phoenix. That's the reason we nickname it Five Phoenix Gate. You know, Chinese emperor in the past time, our ancient belief is that he was the son of the heaven. Right. We have the ruler in the heaven, and he was the ruler on earth. Right. So that's the reason, the Forbidden City, according to, if you see the map of the Beijing city, you can find it. The Forbidden City, it is really the heart of the Beijing city. And the buildings, it was constructed, around the Forbidden City. It's really the heart of the circle. And we have the feng shui line. Feng shui line. Chinese people, we believe the feng shui sometimes, but it's a little bit different with the fortune teller, right? That is a feng shui. Beijing is a great feng shui city. The central line of the Forbidden City, it is also the central line of the Beijing city. Right. The north-south central line, it is also the central line of the Beijing city. And the central line in Beijing, we built with a very, very huge piece of the marble. And in ancient time, the central line it only serves for the emperor. We also name that the Emperor Road. Not for our normal people, only for the emperor. Right. So many Chinese film, if you see the last emperor, so many Chinese film, they made a misunderstanding of that. So even our Chinese people, we believe that here it is a place for the emperor to chop the people's head off. Actually, not here. According to the real history record, not here. Why the people see like that? Because this big square, it is the place for the emperor punish the high levels officials and officers. Right. So how can we say that? Take example, every day, when they go inside, if they really offended the emperor, they will be took away from the inner court to be here and be beaten by sticks. We call it bamboo sticks. Bamboo sticks by whom? By the eunuchs, by the many of the eunuchs. Because the stick is quite big, and the real the old officials and officers, if too many times to be beaten, they must die. So that's the reason in Chinese history we still have so many people died here, but not be chopped off the head.
So they're beaten to death, not beheaded.
Well, if they offended that, make the emperor angry, right? Okay. They are the real ruler.
Whoa. Did you hear that? He said they were beaten to death because they were beaten repeatedly. Because if they make the emperor angry, they're the real ruler. Wow. That kind of fits with what we're instructed to do in scripture. Like, don't let anger rule you, because Like, if somebody gets under your skin, they have the power over you. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control. If you've got power, you've got love, and you've got self-control. The anger, the powerlessness, fear, frustration, all these things. Proverbs 29:11 says, fools give vent to their rage, but the wise bring calm in the end. James 1:20 says, human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Human anger doesn't produce the righteousness that God desires. We're instructed to be kings. We are joint heirs with Christ. We have dominion over the earth, whatever that means. But we're made in the image of God. We're powerful people. And if somebody makes you angry, they're the real ruler? I think we got a lot more than we bargained for in this little tour of the Forbidden City. But let's keep going. So apparently there are a number of different bridges that go across this little waterway. The one in the center, the widest, is for the emperor. The one right next to it is just a little lower level. And we're going across the lowest level, the most narrow bridge. Kind of one for servants and well, I don't remember exactly what he said. So our tour guide has this little pole with a pen on it, and he went to go buy tickets and handed it to me. I feel very important right now. That's a very serious thing we got going on here. We are in the room. We are watching some Chinese television on BTV, which we think stands for Beijing Television. And there's this movie on that is a little bit ridiculous. Like a lot of very stereotypical, like low humor things. A minute ago, we saw a guy like in a really interestingly dramatic scene, like shows a horse running and it shows him running with a fist, and then it cuts back to the horse and then it cuts back to him and then it like throws them together and he like supposedly punches the horse in the face and the horse falls down. And then everybody's all like, "Oh, yay, that's cool." They didn't say the phrase "that's cool," but I assume that that's kind of the sentiment they were getting at. Very interesting show. And now there's some guys dressed up as ladies. Not sure why.